Happy spooky season and welcome to Josh Hogarth's again. We are going to do something a little scarier or not so scary because we are turning classic monsters into cute little Pokemon. And if you haven't watched my video where I actually turned my Pokemon team into monsters, this is where I got this idea. I just wanted to switch it around for Halloween and just to be creative. It's Inktober. It's a great time to create. So if you're not one of my followers on TikTok, I did do a live stream where I asked people like, what classic monsters should I do? Because I was not ready to just choose 3 because I wanted more than 3. But in the end, we did choose Slimer, the Ghost, or Onion Head off of Ghostbusters. And then we have an all-time classic Frankenstein, or the Monster of Frankenstein, to be more clear. And then the almighty Dracula. Probably one of my old-time favorites just because it's so cheesy, and I'm pretty sure they don't know anything about history of that, which we don't talk about. So these classic scary monsters that are a little bit on the cheesy end, we are going to go ahead and turn them into cute little spooky cuties, or Pokemon. And instead of a Pokeball, we're using potion bottles because that seems appropriate. So I actually got this for my wizard belt and I'm just really excited to wear it, and it seemed relevant because 3 Pokemon and potion bottles. What? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so for Slimer the Ghost, his name is also Onion Head, so I thought I would take that to my advantage and start with kind of an onion shape, kind of a little slimy dude. And he only has 1 eye, but I went ahead and put like another eye in his pupil to create more of an effect that he's going to evolve with more eyes. And since he is so slimy, I really just wanted to make a poison type Pokemon and mix with Ghost because he's a ghost, which I guess that's kind of obvious. But the main feature is that he's very slimy and he's very grotesque and has a lot of teeth. So his final evolution definitely deals with his teeth a lot, and they kind of go around his whole face. And that's really the process that I use there. I don't want to show you too much of the process, so let's go ahead and do a reveal. So let's see what this yucky little ghost turned into. Slimer, or Onion Head. For his first evolution, we have this little blob. I call him Unyuck. And though it's very simple, he just gradually evolves into even a grosser pile of slime with Unyucky, because he is definitely yucky, but kind of cute. And for his final evolution, he looks a lot more like himself, because this is Unyuck Head, because Onion Head. So this one is a little more bitey, probably, than Slimer the Ghost, because Slimer the Ghost was always eating on the TV shows, so I don't know what that was about, but I wanted to reference to that. With his teeth, kind of kept the yellow eye look and the sunken in face, really gross looking, slimy. So he is definitely a poison ghost type. So the first chain of monster evolutions is done. Let's go ahead and hit Frankenstein, the Monster of Frankenstein. All right, this second one, I had a little bit of issue on typing just because he's green, so I was thinking grass type. And then I was thinking, duh, Frankenstein? He was born of lightning, so of course he's gonna be electric type. And the only other thing I could think of is rock type, just because he has a very stern feature. And I was thinking, well, like Geodude has a strong face and Golem and all them, so that seemed appropriate, and I just went with that. Before he evolves, I really just wanted kind of a basic rock with some of the stems coming out of his neck because Frankenstein. And then I wanted him to just have 1 evolution that was used by using a Thunderstone? Electric Stone? Thunderstone? That's right. Right? Why don't I remember that? But anyways, you're going to use the stone to evolve him into his electric rock type, which is mainly just his face, and then it has some of his stitching and things, and the electric comes out of his stems, and it was just an overall design. I went through several different types of Pokemon to kind of look through this, as you should, because if you're doing something like this, you want it to look like the creator made it from the show, right? It's not your Pokemon, it's a real Pokemon. All right, let's go ahead and go to the reveal of this one. That way you guys can see Frankenstein. If I'm being really honest, this would probably be my starter Pokemon in the monstrous world of Pokemon, if it was a thing, because this is his first evolution, which is pretty simple. Notice his little notch for the Thunderstone that I was talking about. But I named this one Monstone, which evolves into, you ready for this? Frankenstein. So he definitely has a lot more personality than his first evolution, and he's rocking it with those little electric appendages. And I'm super happy with the way this one turned out. So 2 monsters down, let's go ahead and see what Dracula's up to.
With the Dracula one. Why do they always think I say blah, 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 blah? All right, so with this one, I wanted to start with kind of a basic Pokemon, and then I wanted kind of an interesting dark side to it, but also really cute. So with the typing, I definitely wanted to go with fairy and dark, just because obviously dark type, because it's a very creature of the dark type of thing. And if you don't know Dracula, he has this pendant and it's kind of star shape, and it looks a lot like the Pokemon Starmie. So I thought that if a Dracula and a Starmie are in the same team and it hits a certain level, that it would evolve into Dracula, because his cape is his wings and they're drapey. And that's an artist brain. That is an artist brain right there. So it's kind of like when a Slowbro evolves, he's fishing and the shelter like bites on his tail, and that's supposedly how he evolves, but I actually want it to happen in the team, like he becomes part of him. So for Dracula to actually evolve, you have to sacrifice your Starmie. You sadistic murderer. But I'm kidding. Kind of. I did use a lot of newer generation Pokemon just because Fairy type's fairly new typing, even though there's Gen 1 Pokemon that became Fairy later in the series, because Pokemon, they just do that. But like Frankenstein, this does have like an evolution item or a sacrificial Pokemon. So let's go ahead and go for a reveal, because it only has 2 evolutions.
These have been a lot of fun, but this is probably another favorite one of mine just because of the way it kind of turned out. With the first evolution being Dracula, which is a basic little bat. He has a lot of the flesh tones and different things going on for him, but then he evolves and becomes more of what we know as Dracula. Or should I say, Dracula. He has his wings made out of his cape. They become part of his body and part of his arms, and he begins to have holes that kind of come from that. And don't forget your sacrificial Pokemon, the Starmie in the middle, to make the Dracula pendant, which I'm sure you all appreciate. Even with how happy I am with this one, I definitely would probably choose this one for my starter Pokemon, just because Frankenstein's looking extra cool, and it's totally my vibe, like all the way. That's all the spooky I can handle for today. So which one of these would you pick for your spooky adventures in the Pokemon monster universe? Would it be Dracula, Monstone, or maybe Unyuk? Tell me in the comments. Let's see which one of these guys are the winner of the monster Pokemon world. If you guys enjoyed that spooky video, be sure to hit the follow button so you can have more of it. Hey, hey, hey! Hit the like button. And be sure to comment some other spooky ideas I can do before October's over. You guys have a great spooky season, and we'll catch you next time.